My name is nightexorcist. The following is meant for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey there! If you're like me and wondering, how do I Heart of Deimos? Now today, I'm gonna show you everything you need to know on how to Deimos. Well, let's get started. First of all, how do I get there? Well, there are two ways, my friend. You can either go to the Codex and start the quest like literally everyone else, or you can be a total net chad and go into the star chart. Head over to Mars. There'll be a junction right over to it. Now I know what you're thinking, but when will I be able to access the helmet system? Rank 3. You get to access it at rank 3. That means minimum 4 days to unlock it. I have a 27,000 standing cap. If I max that out once a day, I'll be able to get the Entrati standing to rank 1 the first day, rank 2 the second day, and the third day I will only be able to max out half of it because the standing cost is 44,000. Since you can collect all these medallions to have beforehand, you're not really missing out on standing. You can just pop in the next day and trade in the amount of tokens you need. Now once you finish the quest to unlock the entire Entrati family, go ahead and head over to the Necrolist. Upon unlocking the Necrolist and doing the starter quest, no spoilers, you'll be greeted by the hub world. Today I'm going to show you how to get all the medallions and everything Deimos has to offer. This hub will house the entire Entrati family. Oh, and also Otak. Now we're going to be going over this in no particular order, so try to keep up. If you haven't picked up the Sunpoint drill from Orbelis, I suggest you go and get it. You can also use the one from the Plains of Eidolon, but personally, I prefer the Sunpoint. But be careful, the minerals aren't as easy to spot like on the other open worlds. You're gonna have to eyeball it and use the radar generously. Once you have enough resources, go ahead and select the medallions you can afford, unless you're like me who was so stupid that they bought all the medallions they could afford before recording. Now, you're going to be repeating these steps, but with slight variation as we go through them. Keep in mind that once you unlock the entire Entrati family through the quest, you can fast travel to any of them through the menu, like any other hub world. Now here we have Grandmother. She's going to be the NPC that allows you to trade the medallions in for Entrati standing. But personally, I'd just collect as many mother tokens as you can, and trade them all in at once. But I'll go over that more in a bit. You can also trade medallions here for decorations and other items. You can also trade medallion coins from other family members to her. These Grandmother medallion tokens are worth 1,500 standing. About 500 standing more if you had just traded in the 10 tokens. Now we have the daughter. She's going to be in control of all fishing operations. What I recommend to do is once you get some standing, immediately go over to Browse Wares and buy the Spari Spear. Don't forget to equip it into your loadout. This is the only spear so far, aside from the Episu Spear you get later on, that'll allow you to spear through the ground. Otherwise, you're just going to be cutting fish and trading in fish parts for more tokens. However, do not trade her any saturated muscle mass. Now for the most tedious, but in my opinion the most fun standing to farm for. The Sun. The Sun is basically Heart of Deimos' the business. He'll give you tags for capturing Deimos wildlife. Now you can use said tags to either trade in for tokens, or you can trade them in for flukes. Once you reach rank 1 in Heart of Deimos and collect more standing, I suggest you go to Browse Wares and just select all of these, excluding the mutagen blueprints. You're not going to be able to use those until later on. Starting with the Echo Lures, and if you have enough standing left over, get 5 of each pheromone gland. Now, I'm not sure if I have square brain, or if I just remembered it wrong, but I heard that they were going to be adding in new infested skins. Boy, was I surprised when I rolled up to the Sun and found out that these skins are in fact their own companion system. Now you can personalize your murder cat and destructo dog. I'm not sure whether or not these different parts will give them different abilities. So far it looks like it's only a cosmetic issue. Next up we have the father. He takes common Deimos resources in exchange for his tokens. He's probably going to be the one that you have the most tokens, considering how easy it is to collect them. I'll show you a good farming method in a minute. He also sells weapon exclusive mods and the new weapons brought in this update, including their parts. Finally, we have the head matron herself, Mother. Now, aside from Father, she is the second easiest to get tokens for. All you have to do is go right down here and either pick this one or this one. As a bonus, she also has a chance of giving you Argon Scope and the Zaku Warframe parts. Alternatively, if you feel like you're a total Chad, you can go to the maximum ranked mission to try and get the full 113 tokens at once. These other two options do yield less tokens, but they are considerably easier to complete with the level differences. To get to rank 1, you'll need 5,000 standing and 3 spinal cores. You can get these from fishing or from random resource caches scattered around the map. To get to rank 3, you'll need 22,000 standing, 1 Keratinos Blade Blueprint, 1 Keratinos Gauntlet Blueprint, 10 Father tokens, and 10 Daughter tokens. Luckily, you can get both of the blueprints from the Father, so it's not that hard getting to rank 2. However, in order to get to rank 3, you need to have 44,000 standing, 10 Sun tokens, 20 Mother tokens, 1 Medjay Predasite tag, and 5 common Avachia tags. You get the Medjay Predasite tag for doing hunts for the Sun. Luckily, that's also how you get the Sun medallion, so it's not going to be that hard. But it will be tedious. Now that we have all that set up, let's start collecting medallions. Buckle up, Buttercup, because we're heading to the Cambion Drift. We're not including Grandmother since, in order to get her tokens, you have to trade in the tokens of the other family members. The only way to get Father tokens is to collect resources harvested from Deimos. Keep an eye out for anything breakable. The easiest way to go about this is if you bring a Warframe that can break canisters, such as Limbo, or a Warframe that can pull resources towards you, like Mag. Personally, my favorite thing to do is grab the Itzel with maxed range and efficiency with an energy restore and just fly around spamming my 3 so that I can collect all the resources. Keep an eye on the map. Make sure you have something like Thief's Wit on. The more resources you can detect at range, the easier it is to find what you're looking for. After that, just spam once or twice to get all the resources you need. This is the build I personally use. All these mods aren't that hard to come by. For the Daughter tokens, you're going to want a good hunting build. Personally, I like to go with Equinox. That way I can alternate between fishing and hunting for wildlife. As for companions, you're going to want to bring the Oxalis. Same with any fishing mission. This little guy automatically highlights fish, including the ones flying through the air on Deimos. Now what you want to do with the Hunter Equinox is go for maximum range and efficiency. You do not want them to see you coming. That gives them a chance of lowering the capture rating from perfect to just good. It also helps to have the augment Calm and Frenzy in case there are enemies around while you're trying to capture a beast. You can do this without an Equinox and even without the Oxalis. This is just the most efficient way to go about it. In the end, Warframe is about choice, so choose what you want to do. Once you feel like you've captured enough fish, go ahead and switch to your rifle to open the map. This is where it gets interesting. Go ahead and find a spot that's nearby. If you don't have any eco-lures, you're going to be able to see anything on the map. Now, once you get to the location, go ahead and pull out your scanner. Be sure to scan these, that way they appear green on the map. Since everything's all red and orange, it's going to help you later on when they just pop out at you. Once that's done, just follow the tracks. You're going to want to follow the tracks. Since unlike other open worlds, Deimos is a 3-dimensional plane. It can go up or down. So just following me to the circle isn't going to work this time. While I was hunting, I happened across a friendly necromancer. Once you find the call point, be sure to scan that too. It'll make it easier to find in the future. You might need to use it twice before it actually pops up. Once that's done, it's going to be the same as any normal hunt. Instead of using a trank rifle, just use this Equinox sleep ability in every direction. Eventually you'll hit something. Then pull out your scanner and scan it, then pick it up. Once you get enough of these little bastards, you can trade them in for more tokens. Once that's done, say you want to pick up a quick bounty to earn some mother tokens. These little interactable things will summon her to the field. Congratulations! Now you're a Chuck E. Cheese Lord and own all of the tokens! Feel free to leave a comment below if you feel I missed anything, or you just want to say you hate me. Also subscribe, especially if you hate me. That way you can criticize everything I do going forward. My name is nightexorcist, and I didn't think of a second thing.